Hello everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Hyrule Chronicles. This is episode 135 of our Dungeons & Dragons Legend of Zelda campaign, run by myself, ArticulateT. And with me as always I have Nether playing Renji Vox.
It's me!
I have Alvarance playing Hikan Sio.
Hello.
I have Robopirate playing Zayden Chari.
Hi.
And I have Keistrith playing Max.
Hello.
So, friends, what's happened last time? If we remember, it has been a while, I will admit.
It has been a while, so luckily
Fortunately, there's a podcast to listen to.
there is that. And I, in fact, did write this recap weeks in advance before I knew that it was entirely necessary to write it weeks in advance. But yes, last time, traveling to Mydol's village to search for Cassandra and a means of ending the civil war, the Storm's Eye is noticing an encroaching darkness, with overcast skies and a pall that sits over the land. Max uses his wings to scout ahead, noticing a tarp-covered pit in the center of Mydol's village, and using invisibility and the flying capabilities of the other members, they all manage to sneak into town and start reconnoitering. That is a word I haven't used often. Hikan finds Cassandra's location, while Renji finds that within the top-covered pit rests a great humanoid construct, one apparently immune to certain magical abilities and capable of wielding giant weapons. With the group scattered, it is yet unclear what to do, and they are forced to make a quick decision when it turns out a scouting party has returned to Mydos with news of the death of the Lionel that the Storm's Eye had fought several episodes before. With no time to lose, the Storm's Eye regroups and rushes to Cassandra's location to apprehend her.
So it is that we return to our companions, moving swiftly through the alleyways and streets of Mydos, covering as much ground as possible in order to try and get to Cassandra before she slips away yet again. So, let me get some appropriate music. Go with this. So, I believe by terms of speed, Hikan is the fastest, but how is I need a quick reminder. I think it's Hikan.
I think I'd probably get there just behind him because I'm going as the crow flies.
Yep.
I'm being carried?
Yeah.
I think I'm still in stout form? Yeah.
Yep. Stowed. And Zayden?
I don't remember, but I do have a broom of flying, so I suppose I can go directly over as well.
Okay.
I believe Zayden and I were in bird forms through polymorph in Zayden's case.
You'd shapeshifted with polymorph because it was cheaper than using your wild shapes.
Oh yeah. And I've got foresight running on Hikan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So, given the general size of Mydos, it doesn't take you too much longer before you all converge upon the western gate. By the time you get there, you notice that Cassandra has mounted her horse, but she's not in the process of actively leaving the locale. She's kind of, from the looks of it, she doesn't appear to be in any kind of rush, and the gate is not closed. So it's going to take a little bit of extra time for the news of the Lionel and the general shifting and moving of things in Mydos.
We'll definitely be the news there because we know where she is.
Yeah. So, I'm going to say that you're about, I would say, Hikan in bird form, the first to arrive, is about 60 feet away from Cassandra. What is the plan at this point in time? It doesn't appear that she has taken notice of any of you just yet.
I'm gonna say we need someone between her and the gate.
Mm-hmm.
That's top priority.
I was gonna get next to the horse and stun the horse. That was my
One way of
plan.
doing it.
I'll fly around and get between them.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you
I can get a speed boost.
can you kind of
once
like
I'm within
throw
range.
me towards Cassandra?
Sure, if you want.
Sure.
Okay. And Zayden?
So we're stunning the horse, blocking her path.
This will be my speed boost.
Mm.
The direct transformation.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good
I guess
start.
if I can get close enough to her, I might just polymorph her into a snail.
Okay.
That also
thing to
works.
try. I think we should try everything.
Everything all at once, yeah?
Yes.
Because if one thing doesn't work, another thing might.
Okay.
But as stated before, Mess is intending to use lethal force because if we let her survive, she'll try and escape again. That's his reasoning.
Okay. All right. So, I see why you asked me if I had any stats for horses prior to this.
Yes.
Hey, what's the combo modifier?
I mean, it's not a 0.
Yeah.
Okay. So, order operations. If it's something like you're not waiting for anybody to get into position before anything goes off, you in bird form zip right next to this horse, and before it can react, you tap it with a curled claw, which I believe you're able to do despite being in hawk form.
Yes.
Yeah. For this, I know you can't miss in this instance, but for the sake of it, give me an attack roll.
I could still roll a 1. Oh wait, no. It's very hard for me to roll a 1.
But what if you crit?
What if I crit?
Poor horse.
Yeah,
Horse is unconscious.
that's about. Yeah, it's.
I assume you're doing non-lethal damage.
Yes, I'm doing
Yeah.
non-lethal damage to the horse.
So you save the key point as you tap the horse. Like it's, those images of those birds that like punch the back of the head of a smaller bird and then it's just unconscious, or even a bigger bird in this instance. You just zip past, there's one frame in which Cassandra's brain is able to recognize the bird that has just zipped by, tapped the horse on the back of the head, and it kind of just like stumbles and stutters a bit before it collapses in a heap. Cassandra topples from the horse and rolls. I'm going to give her a dex save. See if she manages to at least land on her feet instead of prone.
And not have the horse land on her.
And not have the horse land on her.
That is
Okay.
genuinely a worry for her.
Uh-huh.
Like, horse, big, heavy.
Horse is big and
Horses are
heavy.
the biggest birds of all.
And so she rolls fairly well and manages to tumble and get onto her feet, though not exactly with the intense grace of a trained acrobat. But she has been dismounted. The horse is now unconscious. Its shiny new horseshoes are now going to be of no use to it whatsoever.
Hell yeah.
Are they magical horseshoes?
They do shimmer a little bit.
Oh.
They're the horseshoes that make your horse go fast.
Loot
Yeah.
the horse!
Yes.
Steal the shoes!
Okay, so
It's best.
for for the sake of it, I'm not going to roll initiative because I think that even with her initiative modifier of like +3, she's not going to outspeed anybody, and she's surprised anyway. So next up is Max.
Gonna fly over, drop Renji as I'm going like a bomb, and
Can I have a readied action for this?
skid across the ground on the other side to block the gate with the wings spread wide.
Okay. So readied. What is your readied action?
I would like to attack Cassandra with my rapier, non-lethally. So like, wait, no.
You
like
are
getting
scoped.
Did allow me to use my lightsaber.
You don't have your lightsaber.
No, but
Oh,
weapon.
gotcha.
Okay, no, let's do this. Readied action. I want to, when I'm in range of Cassandra, go from stoat to normal Renji-sized Renji.
Okay, let me.
And basically cannonball into her.
Okay, let's see.
Just turn back into Renji and ride a kicker.
Dynamic entry!
Yes, that makes sense. So I'm going to make her do another dex save to avoid you.
Oh, she's gonna be rolling so many saves.
Yeah, well, that's a natural 4. So I don't.
I'm hearing that that's a miss.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to do much in the way.
I still
So
have the
you-
rest of my thing to go.
You slam into her with the full force of however heavy Renji is. She is knocked prone.
May I do my action?
Yes.
Okay. Intelligence save, please.
Oh no.
For Mind Sliver.
11.
Mind Sliver is very good.
So she takes 17 psychic damage, and her
Okay.
next save has a -2.
Got it. Okay.
She's disoriented.
Yeah. At which point, after this, Zayden.
Is she still conscious after all this?
Yes, she is.
She is a combat person, like.
I'll try to polymorph her. Then Zayden
it?
will flit down, drop the polymorph to cast a new polymorph.
What's the DC?
Where is that? 19.
Wisdom save?
Wisdom save? Wisdom save.
So no.
So no. What do you turn her into?
That was an 11
Turtle,
and an
because a
18.
snail's easier to lose sight of.
Turtle.
You could just. You can turn it over on its back.
That's rude.
You can, though.
Yes, it's still very rude.
It is, but you can. It is possible.
Okay. So what I would like to do is, especially depending on how big of a turtle did you turn her into?
Ordinary sized turtle?
I don't know how big an ordinary sized turtle is.
A little
Well, those ones
smaller
you
than
can
a
just pick
tea
up with your
plate.
hand. Yeah.
It depends on
Okay.
how old they are.
Between my brewer's supplies and Mara's alchemist's kit, is there a jar big enough to put this turtle in?
I'm gonna say Within Mara's kit, probably not. Within your kit, did you have like a keg or something that was part of your kit, like a small one?
Not a big. I don't think I would have. What comes in brewer's supplies? 5e brewer's supplies. Let's just see if it does anything on there. Special tools. Nope, it doesn't say.
Okay. No worries. I will say, like, just for the sake of it, you do find among your things a container that is large enough, even if it's just a box with a couple holes in it that would allow the thing to breathe.
I have a dagger to make holes if it didn't, so.
Yeah. So you do have a box that you can put Turtle Cassandra in.
I will scoop up Turtle Cassandra and put it in a box.
So within the span of... So let's refresh what's happened. Within the span
grand total of like 10 seconds.
Yeah, within the span of 10 seconds from the perspective of the stable hand, who was just in the stable making sure that the person that he has affixed these horseshoes to is okay with their purchase. He's standing there watching this person that he doesn't like very much but pays well, and as far as he can tell, it's a pretty boring day. Within the span of 6 seconds, there's a brief flutter of wings before, in the corner of his perspective, a hawk lands with amazing grace on the cobblestones before immediately the horse that he just affixed these horseshoes to basically forgets how to stand up and crumbles to the ground. The person that he has just provided this service to tumbles away from the horse, and just as she stands up,
a fucking dragon.
a fucking dragon lands, blocking the pathway to the western, out of the western gate, and then immediately within the same second, a late adolescent Sheikah plummets from the sky and drop kicks her before she lands on her back. And just as she's wondering exactly what the fuck is going on, a much older Sheikah apparates from the form of a different bird, taps her with her staff, and his staff, and immediately she becomes a turtle. And
that, motherfuckers, is how you make a legend.
It's just one of those moments where we look at it and say, no one will ever believe you.
So this stable has just like watch it as, like, in a very calm manner, the first bird also turns into a different Sheikah, stands, casually walks over to the turtle, picks it up, pulls a box out of a bag of holding, puts it in the box and closes it, and is like, all right, okay. And it's just
Holiday's work.
what? It's just like
as I check up on everyone, completely ignoring this stable person for the moment, go, what is the quickest way of getting this turtle to Hyrule Castle Town?
I look at Zayden.
I do have transport via plants.
Is there a suitable enough plant nearby?
You, stable hand!
Show me your finest plant.
I need a large
what
plant.
What is the nearest tree? Where?
It's taken 6 years, but already we have now encountered the essence of Dungeons and Dragons. 4 adventurers appear out of nowhere, transform someone into a turtle, kidnap them, and one of them turns and points to a bewildered NPC and says, "You! Where is your nearest tree?" And that's just like...
Let's see if this works.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, that'd be
All
good.
right. I can do this, I think.
I think you have some dice on that.
Come on, party face, you can do this.
Persuasion check. Do I have advantage on this? Or just
No.
He's
Okay,
too confused for you to have
fine.
advantage.
36!
Fucking, I love you guys. This is great.
I am always
crying.
humbled and blessed to be in this group with all of you.
I'm gonna be sniffling for the next hour because of I laughed so hard I cried.
Oh dear. So with a 36, this guy's because you managed to convey to him quite expertly that you mean no harm. You are just in the pursuit of various arborea if needs be, and you just like with a calm query, he said, the trees in town have been cut down. The nearest tree is probably like half a mile out.
No.
Yeah, if you remember, the surrounding area of Midos has had basically all of its nature scuppered for the sake of war.
There's a menacing, angry, growling noise from Dragon Max.
Yeah, okay. Then we'll have to deal with that. What? Kind of look over to Sidon, Max, Hikan. We have Cassandra. We can try and
I'm just gonna
escape.
point in the direction of the death machine.
Yeah.
So, I had a very strange idea on how to restrain might be the word, even if she's not in turtle form.
Mm-hmm.
If I use the broom of flying, or max flies, we use the immovable rod and stick it like 500 feet up in the air, and like tie her to it up there. Even if she gets free, she will die.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, man.
Not unstable hand.
It's effective. I'm not denying its effectiveness,
I'm
but
just gonna grab her and tie her to my belt.
Yeah.
Like fuck it, we'll deal with it later. Big
The
robot.
only issue there is that she'll
Concentration,
turn
right?
back as soon as I lose concentration.
That's fine. She will then be right next to me, and I can blast her in the face.
Does the turtle look intimidated? Because I'm fairly sure she completely understands us still.
I'll tell she's in a box at the moment. So let's assess your options at the moment, because essentially with polymorph, even if you maintain concentration for the whole time, you have 1 hour. You could feasibly, because you can walk half a mile in like a few minutes. It's
Yeah.
So you could briefly, under the assumption that the death machine doesn't have any faster ways of locomotion wherever it might be going, you could quite feasibly leave town, find the nearest tree, open a portal to Hyrule Castle town, throw the turtle through with the express instructions of like even a link. I'm gonna say a link
Sending
pearl.
a message to Impa, hey,
Yeah.
check out this tree at the Hyrule Castle garden, like courtyard, whatever. There's going to be a turtle. Please look up the turtle. This is Cassandra. She'll be back soon.
Yeah.
That's,
you do that.
That's my idea.
Cassandra's a turtle right now and can't answer your message.
I think the fastest way to do
I want to
that,
send it to Impa.
if I go wind elemental and then either Max or Hikan goes with me to carry her, because I can cast Transport by Plants in elemental form.
Oh yeah.
Although-
So we'll go do that, and it'll be incredibly quick because we'll just fly out and then back again. Renji, make sure that people are there to arrest the turtle when we get it through.
Will do. I think with that, Zidon and we discussed which tree it's going to be.
Whichever one's like nearest to the jail, I think.
Yeah. I'll mention that, and then when you leave, I will immediately, like after Zidon leaves, I will immediately send a message to Impa to bring up, like, hey, there's going to be a delivery of a turtle that is a polymorphed Cassandra.
Okay.
Or like our polymorphed target. Because I am still near this stable hand.
Okay. Now give me
The other hand, it'd be a
2
very good idea to
seconds.
stop paying attention at this point.
Uh-huh.
Just doing some rolls. Give me
I
a
hear
A
it.
bunch of dice.
That's a lot of them. Please
Okay.
stop. You're frightening us.
Okay, so understandably, it's probably not a good idea to utilize a tree that's within the castle walls. Because in the slightest chance that this goes wrong, you now have someone who's guilty of conspiracy of regicide inside the castle upon which regicide took place.
Yeah, that's true.
And while Cassandra is by no means, from what you've observed, especially now, in much of a capacity in which to be a fighter compared to other members of the Twilight Cartel, she's not exactly a slouch in the department. So it would be, you elect to find a tree that is not only within
House tree.
House tree. You use the tree next to your house, because not only is Emperor going to be there, but also you have the Maxes as well there too.
Yeah.
Write a note on top. It's intriconic, but they'll be able to read it.
Yeah.
Do not shake.
Do not let turtle out of box.
Yeah. So I communicate this as Zidon and Hikan are getting the turtle there, or was it Zidon and Max?
Max.
I'm
Max
going.
is
I don't know.
faster.
Max is faster, yes. Then I think after
Also
this
on the way
communication-
back, I'm just going to use wind elemental Zidon's wind to just push me.
Excellent. That works as well. I will mention to the stable hand, did she already pay for these? And I point to the horseshoes.
He nods.
How much will it cost you to remove them from this horse?
They going off of the... Oh, that's a good question.
Aren't
I was gonna
they
s-
on and off if they're the magic horseshoes?
I think they still have to be affixed like normal horseshoes, so like actually hammered into the hoof and everything.
If they're horseshoes of speed,
Mm-hmm.
you can touch one of the horseshoes to the hoof of a horse, where it affixes itself, and removing a horseshoe also takes a magic action.
Okay.
Wait, no, that's the 2024. I thought it was a 2021. There we go.
2014.
2014. Says nothing about removing them. Whoops.
They
Oh, well.
never expected that you would want to take a horse's shoes off.
Yeah.
Your horse will never slow down.
So he says, like, in most instances, I'm kind of, okay, to explain, I'm torn in 2 different directions on this one. Either one, I would say that you did roll 36 on your persuasion, which in this, which for the most part would be like, oh well, you know that's great, but he also was horrified that you just appeared and did all that, and your persuasion went away to calm him down a bit. I'm gonna say he says
He is perfectly within his right to panic and run away.
Yep.
it is true.
I got that.
It is true. I would say you have two options before you. Either, if you want to maintain a fine diplomatic stance, then no need for an additional roll. But I will probably roll something for the man's integrity to see whether or not he flees or attempts to kind of do something about the situation. However, if you want to change course and go for intimidation, I will allow you to roll that instead.
That's 9 less. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
If I was still there, I'd do it for you, but I'm still away.
Yeah, that's fair. I appreciate
Roll
that.
for the man's integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Unfortunately, with a natural 4, seems to be my favourite number today, he decides ultimately that this is clearly not worth his time and money in life and bolts further into town.
That is actually not a good thing.
Knock him out.
I would like to be able, I would like to see if I can go after him and kind of knock him out non-lethally.
I mean, in most instances, like with your bonus actions and stuff, you are faster than him. Give me an attack roll and see if you don't get a 1.
Sure.
I would like to make a perception
24.
check for more witnesses.
Okay.
Oh no. The Rube Goldberg machine of crime.
With a 24, you zip up behind him, the pommel of the rapier, poof, out. I'm not going to make you roll damage. He's a commoner. He has a hit point total of 4. I'm sure your bonuses alone are more than enough.
Yes. As I said, non-lethally, I will kind of pick him up and kind of put him to the side in this shop somewhere where he has his head kind of like above his feet.
And is hopefully going to wake up and think it was all a dream.
Yeah.
But the horseshoe's already gone.
Meanwhile, Hikan, you said you would like to do a perception check for any further witnesses.
Yes.
Please do.
17. I rolled really bad.
My God, a 17 is bad.
Yeah.
Wait till we get to Pathfinder.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I rolled a 23. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So with a 17, you cast a glance around. You do see 2. They are the guards on top of the gate who have been kind of very quietly watching this as it goes on, more or less the case of much in the same way that the stable hand was, because as much as they are actual soldiers in this instance, they were already outnumbered when you turned up, and they just watched you do a variety of magical things within the span of 30 seconds. So they've been standing stunned for a while. How would you like to deal with them?
Are they considering if they should do that scene from that one Batman cartoon where the guys are like, "No, I didn't see nothing."
Maybe.
I am not a face. My best charisma skill is performance. And I don't think I can make this look like it was something else, especially because we're easily identifiable as Sheikah. I will inform Renji and suggest I think we should hide.
All right. Can I somehow help Hikan be stealthy?
I'm not bad at stealth.
I was going to say.
Are you plus 14 not bad at stealth?
I have +5 in advantage.
Honestly, not bad.
Okay. Well, if you would like to, if you have things that can make I know that you have the ability to cast invisibility in certain cases and everything like that. So it is up to you how you go about trying to hide yourselves. But
I can use a third level spell to make both of us invisible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say that would be in the abstract sense of help, you can do that, but to use the help action would mean basically you're putting all your influence and trying to hide Hikan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think we, having been spotted, I think I kind of hold my cloak and kind of pull it over myself and Hikan, casting invisibility as we just disappear from view.
Yeah, you vanish from sight and slip into a side alley. There's a bit of a pause as the two guards on top of the gate stare at everything. They wait for a bit to see whether or not they just kind of.
As I cast this, can I make a performance check?
Sure. What performance
specifically
aspect?
for that flourish of my cape?
Oh, of the schwa. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Now you see me. Now you don't. Natural 20.
Just melt into the scenery, as if you were never there. Takes the guards a moment to kind of reconcile everything that's just happened. They watch the area for a bit, realize that there is still a very unconscious horse in the middle of the road.
Without horseshoes.
They just knocked over their horse and robbed its shoes and its rider.
more shoes and its rider.
Yeah.
Yeah. But after a moment of realizing what's going on, one of them leaves in order to raise the alarm. It's one of those things where it's shit has gone down.
It was just such a good trick, though.
It was. It was an amazing trick.
Yeah.
But Your Honor, have you considered? Come on.
Your Honor, I agree with your ruling. However, I would like to invoke nuh-uh.
What the fuck you mean, nuh-uh?
I think this would be clear for Zayden and Max that we've been spotted.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Meanwhile, racing over the near barren land between you and the nearest tree, or between Midos and the nearest tree, after a few minutes away, you hear the dolorous bells ringing out from Midos. An alarm has very clearly been raised. But it doesn't take you much longer after that in order to find a suitable tree. And Zayden, as you proceed to cast your spell and tear open a portal, you see just on the opposite side the various different streets of the western residential district of Hyrule. You're near to your home, where on the opposite side you see Impa standing flanked with two guards, and just poking their head out of the front door is Maxwell, who's just huh? Oh, hi.
I just put the Boxer's Aid delivery.
Just takes the box, and you just slink back through, and the tree closes. What happens with Cassandra now is entirely up to them.
Max will wave to his brothers to say hey.
Yeah.
Postmates now delivering criminals.
I can't believe I got a criminal in my DoorDash.
Oh dear. Okay. So, package delivered. You are now free.
back.
Free to head back. Okay. So, it takes you a few minutes to get back, but when you do, you manage to see that there is a lot of activity going on in Midos as you arrive. A contingent of soldiers has arrived to assess the crime scene where you once were, assessing the horse, who at this point has been roused from its slumber, and been like cautiously put back into the stable, while
Just
everybody
wakes up like, where the fuck did my shoes go?
What happened?
Just got those.
But yeah, you don't see Hikan or Renji anywhere within
I
this.
will
Yeah.
pull out my sanding stone and say, where you guys at?
I think we're heading towards the tarp. Hikan?
I'm fine with that. It was either going to be step outside of Midos to meet up with Max and Zayden, or go towards the tarp were my two options.
Let's go towards the
Or
top.
would be my suggestion.
I think we're headed towards the tarp.
I'll inform Zayden of where they've gone.
Let's go towards the top and meet up.
Okay. So you head towards the top.
On the way there, I'm gonna do the major image trick to keep us stealthy.
Yeah. You head towards the top. As you do, you see that there is quite a bit of commotion going on under the top. Those of you who are on ground level who can see under the top, you notice that the great golem is not actually there. Instead, it seems to be a number of the soldiers are very hastily, with shovels and wheelbarrows and boxes of whatever they can carry, attempting to fill the hole again.
Oh no.
Is there any sign of whether the big thing went?
The
Like
big,
like big robot-shaped footsteps?
yeah. Give me a perception check.
Perceive.
I would like to help.
No, never good. I'm flapping, yeah.
20.
So.
I already have
otherwise-
advantage.
And
because of
otherwise,
foresight.
32.
Okay. It appears that whatever tracks that the golem has made, it's gone to the eastern gate.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'll send a message back to Keestrith, to Max. Big guys towards the eastern gate.
We'll nod and instruct Zayden to move that way.
Okay. So they're trying to refill the hole with stuff.
They're basically taking all the dirt and rocks that they probably used to make the hole and putting it back into the hole.
Wonder why.
Covering the evidence in case Castle gets mad.
The bigger threat is the construct.
Keep chasing it then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you head to the eastern gate. While there, you note that after a bit of flying, like those in the air see it first, but as you kind of move between the buildings, you see just standing by the eastern gate, almost preparing to go out, appears to be the golem. Still active, still wielding its weapons, still like moving about in places. As people at the gate are raising a portcullis. The actual construct itself appears just to be waiting for the door to open for it to go through. And what I need to do while I do anything else is just make sure that when I put your tokens onto the board, that they don't do that weird thing where they'll reset your health and be a problem.
Do we see like a auxiliary like support crew here?
Oddly enough, no.
Hmm.
They're all armed soldiers.
Probably wanted it to be as autonomous as possible.
Yeah. I think. I think in my invisibility, like things like grappling is also breaking invisibility, correct?
Yes.
Grappling is an attack, yes.
Yeah. I think I want to kind of sneak towards the armored soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And then as they're kind of like in their group, I kind of want to whisper, so who's in the thing now?
Give me a deception check.
I would like to roll that for you. 36.
Okay. You really like that number today, don't you?
I do like that number a lot.
Oh dear. I can also close Cassandra Summerpool. She's not going to be relevant anymore. So you kind of give this gruff question to one of the soldiers nearby, who is kind of leaning against a wall. They lean back to Elizabeth quietly. It's Tova. I mean, it wouldn't really be anyone else, would it? I mean, it doesn't mean anything, is it, if it isn't him?
Oh. Gotcha. You know, wanted to try and pilot it myself, but you know what they're like.
Yeah, maybe one day. When we win this thing, of course.
I sneak back. And I say to, if I see anyone, probably not, but if I kind of like...
Well, I've got the sending stone going, so...
I will use the sending stone, and I go, hey, I know what the guy who's in there is called.
Okay.
I can use magic on him.
Okay. Do we want to fight him in town or outside?
Probably outside, less collateral damage. But I think we do need to get ready, and when it is outside of the village, we attack immediately.
Out of range of any people shooting at us as well.
Exactly. That's a good idea.
So the plan to fill it with spice didn't work because we couldn't find the correct vent.
Mm-hmm.
But Wind Elemental can just go backwards through the vents. Can I join him in the cockpit?
It's about to get real windy in there.
I like how we're trying to circumvent the giant robot.
It's a good way to approach a giant robot.
Mm-hmm.
All of my options are shoot the giant robot with magic, so...
I can, like, if the save fails, I can incapacitate the robot for 1 round. Because of that name.
So let's go with a plan of we wait for it to get outside the town to minimize collateral damage. You stun it. I'll attempt to get in to join them in the cockpit. If that doesn't work, we just beat up the robot. Otherwise, I imagine an ordinary guy inside a robot is not that much to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
We'll see. I think that sounds like a fair plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get out of town then, so we're ready to ambush the gigantic robot.
Okay. So, you hold fast while further preparations are made. The portcullis eventually does raise, and the machine takes long, lumbering steps out into Hyrule Field, followed by quite the contingent of soldiers as they all march onward into the plains. They continue heading east.
To Rudal.
To Rudal, yeah. It's a good thing that you managed to do a fair bit of evacuation after the whole initial attack thing.
Well,
but
we're not going to let them get there, so...
Yeah. But after roughly, I want to say about half an hour's worth of a march, of a casual march, you are at the very least out of the barren area of the surroundings of Midos, and therefore basically far enough away that you don't have to worry about attacks from Midos itself or backup from Midos itself. It's just this giant construct and a collection of rebel soldiers just marching onward, blissfully unaware that you are there.
I think we'll make our presence known.
Okay, I'm going to pull you onto the board then.
Yay. Oh.
We are up in the air, so...
That's not the right thing.
How high up are you, Zodden?
Let's see. Elemental moves at 90, so...
There we go.
You also have huge range on your spells that you do have.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how many you have access to because of material components.
I'm going to say 70 feet high up.
That's a good number. Let's go with that.
Okay. Okay. Might need one more character sheet here.
Do we need to roll initiative?
You may well do in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Once the mobs.
Okay.
You have quite a lot of AoE stuff.
So, everybody, roll for initiative.
Okay.
Do I have boss music for this guy? I don't. Unfortunate. No, well, I've got appropriately dramatic fight music, I suppose. How does this sound? Yeah, I'll do. Okay. Right, I need to do... Now then, to be on brand as ever and roll terrible initiative for all of my NPCs.
Hell yeah.
I mean, this
Don't
one
worry, I rolled a 7.
Yep, 0 on the robot. Then going to... Can I add more than one term for these things? I can. Hello. I'll have to roll different things for that then. Oh, interesting. And then these
Creative use of
guys.
Hero Forge, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think a while ago I was like, I need an appropriate construct bit of art and I can't think of anything. And then just went for Hero Forge on my phone, of all things. And it was just, I was at work and was like, I need this token now! Okay. That's the one. Unfortunately, I can't differentiate one. So the one at the top of the list is going to... The Liberator at the top of the list is going to be the Pilot. The one at the bottom of the list is going to be the Construct itself.
Okay. Oh, darn it. I wish I was in front of that one. Oh, well.
Okay. So, top of the round, we have Zayden, followed by Hikan, followed by the Pilot, followed by Renji, followed by Max, followed by the soldiers, and then followed by the actual robot itself.
Oh no, robot gets a turn.
So, proceed, I suppose.
Okay, I'll... Well, I'm 70 up. I guess I'll use my action to dash, and then I will attempt my plan of getting inside to the cockpit of this robot.
Okay. There are gaps that are big enough for your elemental form to get inside. As you move in through the vents in order to get to the Pilot, I don't think you're actually invisible in that process, right?
No.
So there is just a torrent of cloud and mist and awfulness that just descends into this cramped space. Inside, you see a fairly well-built middle-aged man with a long, scraggly beard and scraggly hair. He looks tired and angry. And that's before you descend into the cockpit.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much space there's in this cockpit, but it might just be full of, oh my god, rushing air everywhere.
Yeah.
It's fucking windy.
I do not, however, have any anything I can do to attack, so I'm just in here with him now, making it really hard to see.
Okay. Fair enough.
I suppose I might say, would you like to surrender before this gets worse?
Voice.
Well,
I
don't know if I can speak via air elemental, but I do have the telepathy, so.
That's true.
Yeah, he's looking frantically around as a voice kind of descends on him. There's the panicking slows slightly, and you can sense from him that he's doubling down on whatever it is his thought process is at this moment in time. Meanwhile, outside, Hikan.
Okay, time to start measuring.
We love drawing lines.
Yeah.
I do love drawing lines.
What are these guys
Okay.
armed with, the soldiers?
They are armed with spears.
Okay.
I will move here. That should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to... Actually, no, I'm going to move one up.
Okay.
Just in case. And I'm going to use my Javelin of Lightning to the guy at the very end of... 'cause I think it'd be 4... So yeah, 4, 3... 3, 3, 3. So yeah, to this guy at the top of the very north, at the very left.
Okay.
And this is an advantage. So this will be super advantage and yeet.
Okay. So that's 23 to hit the guy at the end. That does hit. So they take a total of 32 piercing and lightning from just being hit. And now to go down the line and see how they do. So first one, deck save. 9 fails. 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 Natural 20.
Passes.
Okay, so that would be as a lightning passes through them, they are paused in their movements, alerting everyone else in the area as to the sudden appearance of. I mean, granted, they already saw a cloud descend into their robot.
Wait, clouds don't work like that. Hang on.
Yeah.
Clouds are angry.
And then Sheikah turns up and hurls lightning at them and is like, "Oh my god!" But yeah, they are all still standing. The one at the end is looking real bad, but they're all still up, as it were.
Good to know.
Is that the end of your turn? I was going to say.
That is not the end of my turn.
That was an action.
Bonus action: activate arms and visage of the activate arms, edges, and visage and body of the astral self.
Yeah.
So I believe 10 minutes. I believe it's a 5 feet, or is it 10 feet? 10 feet. So it's both of the people down here next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Need to make a dexterity saving throw or take 5 force damage.
15 and 2. They both fail.
Okay. And then for my last little bit, I'm going to deck the guy right in front of me in the schnoz because I only used one of my attacks.
Very good.
Okay. Nice hit. It's like still reeling from, then suddenly like watching this lightning hurling young man suddenly like enter into this awe-inspiring key form, and then boom. Just is like tumbled back from the strength of the strike.
And that should be... Oh, I accidentally left. Give me just a moment to pop back.
Nice.
I need to edit that because it's just a roll of the martial arts die, but he takes an additional that many. 9 damage.
9 damage? Okay. Nice. This one
Very
also
nice.
looking worse for wear.
And that is turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, inside the cockpit, the pilot slams down on the lever in front of him. There's a whirring, blinding sound, or the whirring, horrifying alarm sound, rather. And Zayden, you feel yourself being pulled in your entirety out of the cockpit as the system is vented. Legendary
That's
action
not
vent
good.
system. So it doesn't get to save against the thing that his effect is already on because it isn't really under any effect at the moment, but it does vent the system. The area in a 20-foot radius around the machine is filled with blinding steam, leaving everything in the area heavily obscured until the end of the Liberator's next turn.
Am I so glad that I asked for the guy's name?
All of the guys are obscured, basically.
Yes. So
Maybe
I
not
need
these.
to get a box. There we go. Yeah, rectangle.
I am also obscured. Haha.
1, 2, 3.
That's
4.
okay. I don't need to see them.
Wait, did Zayden make a save?
You can make a Constitution save if you would like
Not be vented out.
to not be vented out. I don't have a number for it because I didn't expect this scenario, so we'll have to see.
Go by vibes.
29.
Yeah, you are still in the machine.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Cool. Then it actually turns on to the pilot's turn. In a similar vein, what he's going to do... What does he have in terms of what he has himself? He's going to cast upon himself protection from evil and good. Yeah. So that means that if you make attacks against him while you're in your elemental form, I think technically that means they have to be made at disadvantage, because you are an elemental at the moment.
Probably.
Yeah.
I can click it. Because I also have it.
Renji, you have evasion, right?
Yep.
I
elementals.
do.
Good. Just checking.
Are you going to do an attack that might cause harm upon an ally?
If you're in the
Valid crit?
it's like, if you're in the AoE, yes.
Yeah.
I've done it tons of times before, and I didn't promise not to do it just before I did it, so...
True. Absolutely true.
So this, the Liberator is then going to move over here. And then I guess the air elemental goes with.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. So, there you go. Okay. Renji.
I run using my just normal movement speed. And as I run towards that location, I am starting to conjure up this purplish spear of magical energy. And then as I kind of hold it to throw that spear, I shout, Tovar! And it just leaves my hands if the creature is within 120 feet of me. It just goes directly for it. I cast my last 4th level spell slot, Rolothim Psychic Lance.
Quick question. Do you only need
Yes.
one name of the creature, or do you need the full name of the creature?
You can utter a creature's name.
Okay,
Does
that's
that-
good enough.
If it was a full name or true name, I would have pushed for that.
Yeah. Okay, so Tovar will make an intelligence saving throw. He nat 20s, getting a 27.
Ooh. Ouch. Okay. Unsuccessful, only takes 10 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
Isn't incapacitated. That's a shame. But what a save.
Yeah. That's the only nat I'm probably going to get today. Oh wait, no,
okay.
before I continue on, Renji, is there anything else you can do on your turn?
I have some bonus actions. Let's see if I can use anything, do anything useful. Hunter's Mark is on things you can see. You can see within range, so no. Well, heavily obscured. Does that mean I can't see the Iron Liberator in its totality?
Heavily obscured, you can kind of see it a little bit, but not well enough to, like, get
Environment.
any kind of detail.
Heavily obscured is equivalent to you being blinded, which is equivalent to you
Okay.
or can't see.
Yeah.
I'll throw a Bardic Inspiration to Max.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Of course.
Anyway, I
You're the
did.
only one I can see, so.
I do go down like 30 feet and move to
Oh
here.
wait, no. It's just hearing.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
And once again, Blue Dragon Transformation.
Nice.
And I'm going to do the bonus action cone that you get
Mm-hmm.
in a 60-foot cone. To there and to there. So that gets like almost all of them.
I think it gets all of them anyway, except for the guy
No,
who's
it doesn't
standing
get
directly in
the,
front
it
of
doesn't get the guy
Hikan.
in front of Hikan, but
Yeah.
that guy's having a bad
Shouldn't
day
be a
anyway.
problem.
So.
Okay. Roll your damage, please. Because I have doubts that any of them are going to be able to save against this. It is a DC 20.
I don't know. I'm gonna use my dice to reroll some of that damage.
Uh-huh.
Empowered spell, number of sorcery points. Given that it's 6 dice, I may as well just roll it again.
Much better.
Okay.
Yeah, just
That's
keep
a
that
31.
keep that 4 at the end, and that's fine.
Yep.
And that was my bonus action.
Okay, give me a second to actually go down the line and fucking... Because there's a lot of guys. Unfortunately, I don't think Roll20 has invented the ability to mass change hit points on things yet. If they have, then it's been a while since I've really done that one. They're gone. They are also gone. Ah, come on. And then one more. And then the machine itself, because it was more than likely in that cone. 13, it will spend a legendary resistance to pass it instead.
That's fine. Get rid of those.
Yep. Okay. Right. So your action.
Yes, action. With the Cane of Samaria, what's the range on blocker force?
I didn't put it on the cane, but I imagine it's like Link to the Past, where you basically make a box right in front of you. But then again, while you have the cane, you can basically move it around like it's nothing.
Shadow movement speed. Basically, because it can't be moved out of DC 30 strength check, I want to put the block on the other side of the robot and have it walk into it.
I see.
So that it has more trouble escaping.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's 5 charges. Charges is total 50.
Okay. There is a nice big red block of energy just thump, just in front of it now.
Because all of my non fancy spells require type.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is that everything?
Yep.
Cool. The soldiers. I'm gonna need some D6s. I'm gonna effectively, with this next one, I'm just gonna do it once and then apply it to everyone, because it's like there's a lot of guys. So, hidden by the mist and in desperate pain, each of these soldiers take from their hip what appeared to be a gourd. They pop the top down it, regaining 16 hit points. And until their next long rest, all their attacks deal an extra d6 of damage.
Oh no, they're doping.
Oh no.
Yeah, this doesn't seem realistic. No town has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16 elixirs?
I have bought more than that from Sebastian.
They were preparing for their fight.
Hmm.
They saved
I
all their
have
money
my
up for
doubts.
They had the Twilight Cartel get them. The potions.
They were being bankrolled, my man.
Darn it,
They would-
narrative reasoning.
It's like I could accept mecha, but I can't abide by performance-enhancing drugs in my rebel soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was a bonus action. Let's see. So, the guy in front of Hikan is going to do this at disadvantage because they know that you're there, but it's going to be a tough one. So they will try and stab you with a spear. Natural one. It doesn't matter what I roll again on that one. It's going to fall through. I'm just going to put the roll 2 on these things here at the moment. There we go. Then they're going to, this one's going to stumble over here and try. Oh wait, so no, pack tactics doesn't work anyway. They're already flanking, so it's basically just a flat roll on this one. 22
hits.
Okay, so that is 10 plus 5 piercing damage as they manage to stab into you in that direction. All these guys are going to use their dash action to try and surround here. Have a move there.
How do they know that Hikan is over there exactly?
They saw me when I ran up and attacked.
Yeah, he was there before the fog cloud appeared.
True. Yeah.
So just moving in that direction.
So we're going to exit the fog cloud, see Renji, and make a break for it. With a normal roll. 25.
Yeah, that does hit.
Yep, so that is 8 plus 3 piercing damage.
Oh no.
As they hit you with their spear. One's going to move up here. And this one's going to move over here. This one's going to also exit the fog cloud, run up, and then move behind you, gaining advantage on their attack.
Does
16
he
is
have
not
35?
enough.
Does he have 35 feet of movement?
He doesn't, so we'll go here. But they do have pack tactics, so they would get advantage still, but a 16 still doesn't hit.
Right.
Okay, so that's their go. Then it's the Liberator's turn. The robot itself. How big is this AoE? A 20-foot radius, huh? Okay. If that is the case, I need to make a thing because all the radius stuff happens from 20 foot. Alright, so it can't see anything in this fog. It is the robot, but even still. I think what it will do is it will the robot itself will take the dodge action, and then after its turn is ended, the steam dissipates, then gets back to our elemental at the top of the initiative.
So, within this cockpit, how is the pilot both seeing and controlling things? Because I am mostly planning to destroy his ability to do anything rather than... Like, has he got a visual screen that I can smash?
There isn't a visual screen that you can smash. It's like a series of... I would say the best thing that I could describe it as is like a complicated array of radar.
Yeah. I think if I just smash the controls, that sounds good.
Okay. Give me an attack.
That probably shouldn't have been an advantage, but I suppose it's not
That'd be
moving
it.
because it's
Yeah,
stationary.
I'm mostly looking for the damage. Try as you might, the stuff in here is very sturdy. It's entirely possible that the whole thing is also magical in its own way, giving it that extra bit of resistance on top of it being a giant metal man.
Okay. Does smashing the controls hit any random buttons?
I got an idea. I have an idea. High or low?
Look.
That is an 86. You, in your smashing, you pull down on a nice big lever. There's, you know that bit in like Endgame when like you see Thanos snap his fingers and Thor's just like, "No!" and then it goes white. The lever you have pulled is to activate the Bombos core. But only you and Tova are the ones within range of it.
Oh, no.
Well, I would assume you're protected from it within the cockpit.
No.
Oh.
No, you are not protected from the medallions.
We have learned this. With
So
the
I'd
help
like-
of the medallion.
I would like a dexterity saving throw, please. Actually, no. You're the one who pulled it. Charisma saving throw, please. And I'll give Tovar his one. You're both in the machine, so it's like both of you do charisma saves, but yeah.
Alright.
He gets a 24.
Ooh, a 4.
Uh-oh.
So you take the full 62.
Ow.
And he takes 31. As the rest of you see from the outside, like some of the vents and panels on the machine just like light up brightly before there's a massive cacophonous boom that like you feel the shockwave just bash into you as this entire patch of the of Hyrule Field is just annihilated in a massive explosion. If you had any doubts as to where the Bombus medallion was, that's probably where it is.
Well, good
Am
to
I
know.
able... Is it like visibly in the cockpit or is it just somewhere in the machine?
It's somewhere in the machine.
Okay. Well, that didn't go great, so
Yeah.
I'll just use the second attack to try and slam him instead.
Okay, give me an attack.
22 for 16.
22 hits for 16. I don't know why you're rolling at disadvantage, though. Oh, wait, yeah, because it's protection against evil and good. Yeah, never mind.
I remember his protection. That's one of the reasons I was like, what if I just target the machinery instead?
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Yeah, awesome. So, that'd be a lot of damage that he has taken within that span of time.
I'm going to assume that Cassandra is now not a turtle.
Yeah.
Actually,
Half a mile of that march, or no, half an hour of that march. So
Is it physically possible for you to pass that consent?
So it'd be half damage added on to, or like,
31.
yeah,
So it'd
DC
have to be a
31 con
crit,
save.
so yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 10, and then 31, and then another 16 on top of that. Sweet. Okay. Protection from evil and good is a concentration thing, so I'll have him do a con save as well. Yeah, he's fine.
He's doing well.
Yeah.
Pilot stronger than I expected. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Is that everything that you can do on your turn?
Yes.
Okay. You can't.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I'm gonna go here and take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So it's 1.
That's only a
26.
13 because of the.
Oh, foresight, yeah, because I had
foresight,
disadvantage.
Flat roll, so 13 misses, and then the other one, 10.
22 hit.
Oh, 22.
Sorry, oh yeah, 10.
22 hits, so that'd be an additional,
Yes.
so 10 total piercing damage.
Cool. I can do anything better than you. And that should be everyone in the south.
Okay,
Yeah, everyone's south of Renji.
cool. So that's
And
1,
yeah, it's
2, 3,
missing
4,
Renji. It's
5,
like
6,
right
7,
next
8.
to Renji.
Now, the question is, can they survive if they pass? And the answer to that, my friends, is no. Let's immediately free up this flank. In like shortly after, there's a volcanic eruption of flame. Is immediately followed by a second beat of a horrifying, reality-tearing storm. That after the dust settles, this collective of soldiers is just gone.
That is excellent.
30 feet. I can't make it to that, so I'm going to save that. I have made it from here. 15. Yeah. I'm going to go over and flank with my good buddy Renji.
I would say
Okay.
go to the big thing, because I want to deal with the rest of the ads.
You want to deal with the rest of the ads?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can take them.
I want to make it easier for Max to deal with the ads.
Okay, so I was there.
Go for
I
big guy.
used 15. I can only make it here. I can't quite make it to the big guy.
Don't your arms have reach?
They do currently. Thank you for reminding me. Especially because I was going to use my bonus action to activate my Eldritch Claw Tattoo, which gives me a total of 20 feet of reach with my fists.
Hey!
And because using the Ether Medallion was an action, I shall Action Surge and punch this thing
Yay!
twice.
Okay.
Natural 20
Uh-huh.
for 23, 26, 30, 34 damage to the robot.
Alright. Second. 34 damage, you say?
And- Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. On top of the crit, I also would like to do my unarmed strikes. My unarmed strikes are D8s. 13 points of damage on top of 25, 30, so 30. So it would be the 34 and then 32.
Okay.
But that's my turn.
Okay. Sweet. At the end of your turn, The robot is going to use a legendary action to take a swipe at you with its giant sword.
It's giant patch of grass?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no.
It's because of the cacophonous explosion, it seems to have ignited an actual mechanism within the blade itself. So not only is it a sword that is taller than you and wider than you and made of heavy metal, it is also now on fire.
Okay.
That seems structurally unsound. I love it.
32
Oh no.
to strike at you with its mighty sword for a total of.
Is it 32 or is it 26? Does it have a...
Oh, it doesn't
It would
have
be
advantage,
26.
so it'd be 26. 26 for 18 slashing and 5 fire.
Just for 18 slashing.
Got it.
But that's my reaction, so.
Yep, not a problem. Cool. And if that is your turn, it is now Tovar's go. Tovar in the machine is currently dealing with a very angry air elemental right now.
Sounded like Tovar was more angry.
I mean, he kind of is, but he's not an elemental. So the qualifier still stands.
Is Sidon very angry?
Not especially.
Okay.
No, it's pretty chill.
Has been exploded. Still pretty chill.
It's had worse. It's only a bit of fire.
He's going to utilize his action to issue upon you a command as his voice reverberates with the fury and determination of a rebel on a mission and tells you to leave.
Hmm.
So wisdom save, what's the DC for it?
18.
Is that a charm effect? Is command a charm effect or not?
I do not see the word charm.
Yeah, so probably not.
Probably going to pass it anyway, I think.
Yeah, likely. 27.
Yeah.
Google says no.
Yeah.
There.
That's fine.
What I'll say in response is, where's the door?
It's going to snarl the way you came in, you insufferable bastard, and will use a bonus action in order to cast spiritual weapon in the space and summons a dagger made of divine energy and will slice at you with it.
Okay.
This is getting silly.
25 for 8 force.
Ooh.
It was. Yep.
I need to roll a d6 to see whether or not he recharges the thing. Where are the dice? There's the
Yeah,
dice.
was he...
Oh, he does not recharge the Bombus Medallion.
was the protection still on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be his go. At the end of his go, he's going to try and vent the system again. So give me another con save, please.
Natural 20.
Yep, you're fine. You're still in there, but we still have another case of obscuring mist.
Yep.
Where are my boxes? There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Awesome. Renji.
I am going to Misty Step.
Okay.
That will be over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then right underneath Max on the ground, I would like to center a 30-foot square for Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay. Let's see. Wisdom saves, you say?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3,
And
4,
I'd like to imagine that I kind of take out this, I think from channeling it through my rapier, I kind of stab into the ground and then just after, mechanically, I Misty Step. So it doesn't hit me, but this hypnotic pattern starts to move from it.
So one of them passes.
Okay. I said I was going to make it easier on Max.
That's fine.
It's doubtful that they will survive the incoming turn, but...
Correct. They are charmed for the duration, incapacitated with the speed of 0.
Okay.
Except for that final one.
Yeah. Awesome. So you've Misty Stepped, you've Hypnotic Patterned. Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
I can, and I step into the smoke.
Melt backwards into the smoke. Max.
Next, with all these hypnotized people below him, we'll just flap up a bit, gather a bunch of bright blue energy in his mouth, and the Godzilla laser will draw a basically draw a draconic symbol into the ground beneath him for 33 lightning damage.
Okay. I guess that's everybody.
And it explodes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Even
Or
with
basically
a
aiming a cone straight down.
yeah, even with a past save, there's a.
And then we'll drag that beam across the ground
Uh-huh.
to cast 5th level lightning bolt on this.
Cool. Okay.
On
so
the big guy.
there's advantage on this, but it doesn't matter because it can't save against it. The robot's not exactly the greatest when it comes to its dex saves, and it's not going to spend a legendary resistance in order to avoid the damage, so it will take the 52.
Hell yeah.
Oh. It's not bad.
I will move here.
Okay.
To the south. Just to spread us out a bit.
Cool. So, the rebels are all dead. The Liberator. Let's see. I think what it's going to do is it's going to tromp forwards best it can. Probably
Ooh, it's tromping around, eh?
probably bump into a Hikan and will take a swing with its full suite of attacks, all at disadvantage, because it, even without foresight, it can't see. 20 against Hikan.
Hits.
Hits. Okay. So that is 15 plus 7.
2. Okay.
Second attack. 25 for 28 and 5.
It's 33.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then it will do its last attack. 21 for 21 and 6.
27.
Ooh.
I'm still up.
You're still up. That's good.
Good.
Okay. So at the end of its turn, all of its legendary actions come back, but they won't use any of them just yet. Back to the top of the order. Zayden.
I think I'll go with 2 basic slam attacks on the guy.
Okay.
Don't remember. Yeah, you probably. Got 1. 16 for 19.
16 misses.
And 18 for 12.
18 hits.
And probably pass, but con save.
Passes with a 24.
Yeah, can't fail the 12 actually.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right, beating him up, being annoying.
That's fine. That's okay. Hikan.
So on average, I was taking 20 some odd damage.
Yeah.
Survive a hit if I take a greater healing potion. Or use second wind. We have a healer who has diamonds if things get dire. So I'm gonna just wail on this guy.
Okay.
It was after the Iron Liberator's turn. Is the cloud still there?
Oh, no, it's not. Thank you for reminding me.
Okay. Alright. Strike 1. Does a 21 hit?
It does.
Okay. Also, that's supposed to be plus a... I didn't do the damage right, so it's 5 more damage.
Okay.
And then I will roll again for my action. Actually, no. Because I might go down. I'm going to add on a disarming attack. 1 damage. DC 19 strength saving throw. I think it's gonna make it, guys.
Maybe.
Let's see.
If I roll one.
It might.
$31
Oh
for a save.
no.
Okay. That's fine. Second attack. 29 for 21 damage plus... I'll go ahead and make this a distracting strike. So the next attack has advantage, other than me, has advantage on it.
Okay.
I will flurry of blows. I'm reading all of my different types of attacks. So I have to scroll all the way back up to spend my key points. 26 for 13 more points of damage plus... Fuck it, I'll try to trip it.
Here
Just need to roll
goes.
a 5 or less.
Spends a legendary resistance to pass instead.
Oh, but
Yes!
we dropped the legendary resistance there.
Yeah. You did.
One more attack. Natural 20 for 11, 15.
20?
Yeah, for 20 plus. I'll try tripping it again. 3. And then I'm gonna put the okay, it just does not want to go down. And then I'll put the other stuff on there. So it's 20 more damage in total.
Khan's just kicking you in the shin over and over again. It's like, stop it. Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop!
And then I'm gonna hit the bricks. Probably just gonna go right here though.
Okay. So attack of opportunity.
Oh
Ah,
no!
shit. I forgot.
21.
Let me just
No.
and
Just-
Hikan is... I'm just gonna put that there. Hikan is down for the moment.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you guys watch as, like, after a try, like, you see the, like, despite the heavy armor, the clear, like, adamantine plating and, like, the best stuff that could possibly do, being dented under the force of every blow that Hikan has thrown at it, while on the cusp of death, immediately like moves to go back, but the machine, in perhaps by a sheer force of luck or just its own algorithms and determinations, takes the sword and swings wide, catching Hikan at the midsection, and he tumbles to the floor.
Can I silvery barbs that?
You can?
Yeah, give it a shot. So we'll take the first roll on the thing when we do this again.
Still have disadvantage, but
Just use the lower roll. Yeah.
So 18.
18. That all happens in an alternate universe.
Yay.
So you managed to get it out of there. You're good.
Oh,
I hit the bricks.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
are you going
Is
to
that it?
give Max, I guess, the next advantage?
I will in fact give
I don't
Matt-
really need advantage. I'm using mostly AoE spells.
Then I'm
Yeah.
giving Zayden the advantage if
I'm not
it's...
Yeah, he's inside the robot.
He's in the robot.
You have to give it to yourself.
Yeah. You can choose yourself.
Yeah, see within range. I choose myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that's the case, at the end of Hikan's turn, legendary action. Because this is the first time that the robot had actually managed to accurately see a spell cast, because it was in mist every time Max did anything.
Yeah.
It recognizes the magical threat that it can see. Its head turns, and the faceplate, like the red faceplate, glows slightly. Renji, you notice that a number of your magical effects that you currently have on you immediately suspend themselves. They're still active if they are active, but they are not effective, as it hits you with an anti-magic target. Its head is now on a
Okay.
swivel and is looking at you. Effectively, you are singularly put into an anti-magic zone that only affects you. And until you break line of sight, it will remain there. Or until it changes its target.
Let's see. The creature emits a 10-foot radius sphere of anti-magic that follows it as it moves. Where does it say that it only affects me?
Mostly because you're standing
You're
a hell of
there
a way
with
from everyone. Yeah, you are there by yourself.
So if I move, it can affect other things.
Yeah, but right now it's only
Not
affecting
itself,
you.
I imagine.
I mean, it's not what it says.
Could we argue
now-
semantics later, please?
I'll use semantics later.
Okay. Tovar's turn. He's going to use a bonus action to
Wait.
try and...
He doesn't have two. Does he have 4 legendary actions?
I believe that's an action done after Hikan's turn, but not on its own turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
I suppose if it has 4 legendary actions spent, but it spent 2 to do the fog, didn't it?
It's already had
fog
its
was the
turn since
previous
it's done the
turn.
fog. That's why the fog
Oh,
isn't
it's
there
going on
anymore.
the 0, not the 24.
Yeah. Okay. So on Tovar's turn, he's going to use a bonus action to swipe at the elemental with the spiritual weapon again.
I've got great AC, so probably hit.
21 for 10.
Okay.
And then he's going to try and hit you with a command again. With the same command, he's going to tell you to leave.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, with a 13, you are compelled on your turn to vacate the the robot.
Yes, so
Shinji, get out of the robot.
Yeah.
Do not get in the robot.
spell ends.
But that will be his go. Still needs to roll to see if he recharges the medallion. No. He still doesn't
rolling
have his
once,
big
please.
explosion. Okay. Well, that's the end of the Liberator. That's the end of the pilot's go. Renji.
Move over there. I I will elect to not use magic, but using my advantage from. Does the advantage from silvery barbs work here?
For the
You
sake
have
of
advantage from a distracting strike.
yeah.
I
As
do.
So you do have advantage within this capacity. However, your sword is not magical. Let's see.
It is a magic weapon.
Yeah, but you're also in an anti-magic field.
True.
So you do. Yeah.
Then it's a 30 to hit.
That still hits.
Okay. Does sneak attack have that annoying thing where it doesn't work on construct? I believe that's not the case.
Sneak attack works on anything.
Yeah.
And it's not
Then-
magic, so.
Yep.
Yeah. Then that
The
is
the only restriction
27
for sneak
points.
attack is the weapon type that you're using.
True. 27 points.
Okay.
24. His
Oh,
rapier's
yeah.
plus 3 damage.
That's true. Man, this is annoying.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Second attack
Mm-hmm.
is just a regular roll, right?
Yeah.
15. Natural 1.
Oh. So,
So,
slasher. You think you managed?
that's... Yeah.
Yeah, you think you managed to exploit like a break in the armor that Hikan has managed to put in there, and then as you swing it back, you manage to catch like a proper bit of plate, and the sword just like glances against it with, unfortunately, very little effect.
In that case, I don't believe I have anything else. Can't cast spells. Bonus action.
You could disengage to break line of sight.
Behind the rock.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So you hide behind the rocks, and as you kind of like, it's a nice big sizable rock, and you hide yourself behind it, and eventually you feel the magical thrum of everything around you re-engage itself as the construct has lost sight of you. And you're also out of range, so it can't use its own legendary, this one remaining legendary action to swipe at you. But yeah, grand. Max.
Also, you didn't need to disengage because I used its attack of opportunity.
Oh, so you did, yeah.
Oh, in that case, as I feel my magic returning, I would like to pop out and cast Hexblade's Curse on it.
Okay.
That is just a mark on my sheet.
Cool.
1 minute, I gain bonus to damage rolls and critical hits on 19 or 20.
Don't worry, I'm about to get his attention for spellcasting stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. And then, if that's the case, it goes to Max.
Bonus action! Guess what?
He can't pass that, and
He
it's not
can't.
going to use its legendary resistance in order to force the
Big
thing.
lightning
So
gun, 25 damage.
Uh-huh.
Main action. Oh, it only goes to things I can see. I hate going to things I can see. No, it hits lightning. Fuck it. More big lightning bolts. And I'm gonna re-roll that with some of the things on that because that was a lot of ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I get 5 of the dice.
It's 5 ones.
Let's re-roll them to a 3, 1, 2, 5, and 6 instead.
Okay.
Wait, so 3 point.
32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. I think it's 41 total damage.
Okay. That's the case. You let loose this righteous bolt of fury. How would you like to do this?
So I have to basically, the laser, the Godzilla laser is gonna like, the sword harm? I'm gonna cut that off,
Yep.
and then the explosions happen.
Okay.
And while it's toppling from that, the lightning bolt's gonna follow up and just strike it in the head, and the head's just gonna spin around.
Cool.
Like
Fair
a
enough.
cartoon.
Leiden. The robot's exploding. Give me a deck save.
Do I have advantage because I'm made out of air?
And also, you're on your way out. You were told to leave. You're on your way out.
I'll give you advantage on that. Why not?
Yay!
23.
23. Okay. So let's do a thing here. Tovar, give me a deck save without advantage because you're solid and not on your way out, or you didn't intend to. But it's still 28 though. But then again, he's in a big collapsing giant robot that is exploding, so I don't think that'll save him too much. Let's roll some. Let's do this with actual physical dice because it's a bit easier. Okay. That's actually kind of small when one thinks about it, but that's fine. Zayden, you take half of 10 fire damage as the machine explodes around you. Under the influences of the command from the pilot on the inside, you wisp out, probably a little worse for wear than before. Like if there is any way to...
The cloud's looking a bit more grey.
Yeah, if there's any way to describe a beaten up air elemental, then that would be it. However,
Lots of twigs.
Crispy?
in a collection of fire and twisted metal, the whole thing collapses into a massive heap of scrap and flame, leaving you alone on this part of a very historied battlefield, with quite possibly the last gasp of what was once the Twilight Cartel, or at least the last of their funds.
Yeah, I think Leiden's gonna turn back to just suddenly be, and he's perfectly fine.
Yeah, as you settle in, I think what we'll do, given that it is time, we will call the session there for now, and we will have a look at the consequences of our fight next time.
Yeah,
as well
we'll
as
just
these...
wait 8 hours, and then we'll do the same tree striding trick.
Yeah.
I can do it now.
Like the
never mind
last thing Matt's gonna do is just go over to Hikan, see if he's okay.
Same.
Hikan has fallen onto his back and then just gives a thumbs up.
Yeah.
But thank you, everyone.
I can help. Just
We'll do that
shove.
next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Archie wants to
everybody.
end this session, and we're not letting him.
We wanna play.
I know, but I gotta plan and sleep and stuff.
Unfortunately, work is tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening / watching. I've been ArticulateT. This has been The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Chronicles D&D campaign episode 135. With me, as always, I have had Nether playing Renji Vox.
I did not like that the big robot bullied my friend Hikan.
I've had Hikan being played by Avrdal.
I lived, bitch!
I have had Zayden Shari being played by Rubber Pirate.
Poor guy, didn't even hurt me at all.
You tried, man.
You did most of the damage to yourself with the medallion exploding.
Yeah. Also meant he couldn't use it. Haha.
Yeah.
And I have had Max being played by Keistrith.
Max briefly saw into that alternate universe where Hikan got knocked out, and that's what pissed him off so much to kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we'll see you folks next time. Take care, everybody. Bye bye now.
Bye.
Bye.